In our last video, we saw how fruits used to look completely different. Strawberries, for example, were smaller, less sweet, and more irregular, but fruit is just one example. Almost every type of food we eat today has been shaped and changed by humans over centuries. This episode will show exactly how and why that happened. Humans didn't just passively watch food evolve. They actively changed it for survival, convenience, taste, and storage. Every change had a method behind it. Some were slow over hundreds of years. Others happened faster with technology and industry. Selective breeding is one of the oldest ways humans changed food. It works like this. Farmers noticed that not all plants produced the same quality of food. Some had bigger fruits, sweeter flavors, or were more resistant to drought or pests. Instead of planting seeds randomly, they only saved seeds from the best plants. For example, corn originally came from a wild grass called teosinte. Teosinte had tiny, hard kernels, very different from the sweet, plump corn we eat today. Farmers saved seeds from the best teosinte plants and replanted them over generations. Little by little, the plants changed. Kernels grew larger, the cob became more uniform, and the plant produced more food per stalk. The same happened with wheat. Ancient wheat had smaller, harder grains. Farmers selected the best stalks each year. Over centuries, wheat became larger, softer, and easier to grind into flour. Fruits like apples, peaches, and berries were also shaped this way. Bigger, juicier, and sweeter varieties were intentionally grown. Unsuitable or bitter plants were discarded. This selective process created the uniform, sweet fruits we see today in supermarkets. Before refrigeration, food could spoil in days. Spoiled food made people sick and limited the variety they could eat. To solve this, humans developed preservation methods that kept food safe for longer. Drying removes water from food. Without water, bacteria cannot grow. Grains, fruits, and meat were dried in the sun or over low heat. This allowed communities to store food for months or even years. Salting works differently. Salt pulls water out of both food and bacteria. This makes it difficult for harmful bacteria to survive. Salted fish, meats, and vegetables became staples in many regions. Fermentation uses helpful bacteria to produce acids. These acids prevent harmful bacteria from growing and naturally preserve food. Examples include yogurt, cheese, pickles, kimchi, and sauerkraut. Fermentation not only preserved food, but also added unique flavors and textures. During the Industrial Revolution, machines replaced many manual processes. Grinding, milling, and mixing could now be done on a massive scale. This allowed food to be produced faster, in larger quantities, and more consistently. Whole grains contain three parts: bran, germ, and endosperm. Refining removes the bran and germ, leaving mostly starch. This makes flour softer, produces lighter bread, and increases shelf life. But it also removes fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Similarly, dairy was pasteurized to kill bacteria, and meat was processed to extend shelf life. These changes made food safer, but also altered its original taste and texture. Sugar production became cheaper in the 18th and 19th centuries. It started being added not only to desserts, but also to bread, sauces, and beverages. This made food sweeter and more appealing to consumers. Salt and oils were also added more consistently. Salt enhanced flavor and preserved food. Oils improved texture and cooking performance. These ingredients became standard in many recipes. Preservatives, artificial colors, and flavors became common in the 20th century. They help maintain food's appearance, flavor, and shelf life, especially in packaged and processed foods. Mass production allowed food to be produced at scale. This made it widely available, transported across long distances, and cheaper. Ready-to-eat and packaged meals became popular because they reduced preparation time and made meals convenient for urban lifestyles. Today, technology further changes food production. Drones, sensors, and genetic selection help crops resist pests, diseases, and unpredictable weather. Farmers can grow larger, more uniform, and more predictable yields. The food we eat today is the result of centuries of careful, repeated decisions. Selecting the best plants, preserving and storing food, processing and refining ingredients, adding flavor and extending shelf life, producing on a large scale. Every step changed food's taste, appearance, texture, and nutritional content. Understanding how food changed over time helps us make better choices today. It's not about blame, it's about knowledge. And with that knowledge, you can see why your food is the way it is.